you actually have to wonder, what's a better place to live? Is China the best place in the world to live? Or is, say, the United States or Canada, Great Britain, maybe Mexico? That's what this video is about. And I think, welcome to another video from Gweilo 60. And I think that's one of the things that people miss in the videos that I put out, the videos that other pro-China YouTubers put out, and the videos that anti-China YouTubers put out. Where is the best place in the world to live? And I think that all depends on who you are and what you're looking for. If you're looking for a place that has not a lot of people, that isn't overpopulated, China's not the place for you. Guarantee you that, because there's people everywhere. If you're looking for pristine forest, if you're looking for wilderness, you know what I mean? Then maybe Canada's a place for you. Canada, the northern United States, different places like that. If you're looking for a place where there's a hustle and bustle, China's definitely one of those places that you should check out. When I watch, and I do every once in a while watch a little bit of YouTube, not very much, mind you, I hear all of the things that people say bad and good about the United States, and bad and good about Canada, bad and good about China, bad and good about Europe, and all of these different places, and I'm guilty of doing that too. Maybe we should take a step back and understand that everybody in this world looks at the world differently, and it depends on how you were brought up. I was brought up in a little hamlet, not even a village, 250 people at its height in north central Saskatchewan, Canada. I look at the world differently. Because I didn't get the hustle and bustle when I was a kid, maybe I'm searching for it now. This is because I got shit on my last video from so many people because I was doing it by a busy road, and everybody said, it's so noisy, Gweilo. Can you find a quieter place? So how's this for a quieter place, guys? If you're looking for a place that's non-violent, that you can walk just about anywhere and never worry about being robbed, accosted, killed, beat up, any of those things, China would be like #1 in my list of places to go, just because it is super safe here. And I don't know why. I've always said that the Chinese people are more innocent than the Western people, the people from Canada, the States, and wherever. I'm not sure why that is, because they've got such a large population. You'd think that they would be exactly the opposite, but they're not. So, if you're looking for a safe place, China's definitely way up there for the safest countries I've ever seen in my life. If you're looking for a place that has no pollution, China still hasn't got there yet. China still has pollution. The water, as you can see in this stream here, there's see, hello. No. People stop and see. You see, it's like that here. But although there's fish here, you wouldn't want to take the water, boil it, and drink it. The bigger cities in China have pollution, air pollution, especially in the northern areas of China. They still have the coal burning and stuff like that. So if you're one of those people that, again, Canadians out there, we have a place that's sort of special in the world because there's so few people. There's more people in Chongqing, the city of Chongqing, than there is in all of Canada. I kid you not. So when you get into a place like China, there is pollution. It's getting better really quick, but it still hasn't got to that point. So if you're looking for a pollution-free place, China probably isn't the place for you. But that said, if you're looking for a place of convenience, where you can jump on a subway, a train, a high-speed train, jump on an airplane, take a bus every 10 minutes or 5 minutes in the city, China's a place for you. And as I say, very inexpensive. 3 to 5 RMB, so 60 cents to $1 across a city of 7 or 8 million people. All of these different things, like $150 to fly from Nanning to Shanghai, Canadian, and that's about a 3.5 hour ride. You're going from Toronto to Vancouver. You know what I mean? So when you get into something like that, if that's important for you, well then China is a place for you. If you're looking for a place where you can, I guess, ostracize the government, where you can say whatever you want about what the government is doing bad, then China's probably not the place for you either, because they have laws here. Everybody tries to think that it's authoritarian. It's a bad place. It's not a bad place. It's just different. The culture is different. The people are different. The understanding in the government is different. So when you say, well, you can't stand out in front of Xi Jinping's home and say bad things about him, well, yeah, you can't. Why? Because it's against the law here in China to do that. It's no different than you're not allowed to walk down the street with a bottle of whiskey in your hand in Prince Albert, Saskatchewan, drinking it, because the cops will come and they'll arrest your ass. But in China, you can have a bottle of whiskey in each hand, walking down the street, drunker than a skunk, and the police just look at you like, it's the different culture. It's a different understanding. We found out that sedition is against the law in the United States after the Capitol riots of January 6th. But they still ostracized China for that. So when you're looking at a place and saying, oh, I wonder which is the best place to live, it all depends on the person. I know a lot of people, I know a lot of expats in China, and Thailand and Malaysia and all over the world actually, and they all sort of dance to a different drummer. The people in China are looking for adventure. They're looking for cheap beer. Oh yeah, the beer is cheap here. And that's another thing. If you're looking for a very inexpensive place to live, China is probably one of those places that you should look at, just for the fact that if you are on, say you're a Canadian and you have a pension of 1,500 Canadian dollars, which wouldn't get you squat in Canada. You'd pay your rent, you'd buy your food, you'd buy a 6-pack of Pilsner, and you'd be tapped for the next month. Here, $1,500 would give you about just over 7,500, just under 8,000 RMB, and you could live pretty damn good in China for that 8,000 RMB. So if you're on a budget, China is one of the better places that I've ever seen in the world for going out for restaurants. 70 RMB, all you can eat and all you can drink. My God. What I'm trying to say in this video is everybody looks at the world differently. Everybody sees the world from their own eyes, from their own experience. And I may look at it differently than some turd from South Africa. Does that mean he's wrong? Definitely, if he's doing it for money. If you're looking for a place, 4 seasons, do not pick Nanning, China. I'm telling you, holy smokes, she's 36 degrees, 91% humidity today, and I am roasting. But that's basically the way it is from May till October. Whew. And yeah, it never snows here, but that can't be said for different places in China. You go up north in Harbin, they have 4 seasons, just like everywhere in Canada, basically. If you're looking for opportunity, and you have enough time to learn the Chinese language, I think that China is probably one of the places that will have more opportunity for employment, for business, for growth in the near future, a near and long future. They are going in the right direction, and you can see that. A lot of the Western countries, they say bad things about China and the government and the economy and the people but as you can see, they're starting to follow the lead of China. They're starting to build back better. Belt and Road Initiative. They're copycatting what China's doing. Getting into the digital currency. They're copycatting that in the West now, with the Fed talking about a digital currency. all of these different things. So if you're looking for a place where you can start a business, you can start a career. If you're a young person, going to university in a place like China would be an experience way better than going to a university in the West, because you'll learn new culture, you'll learn new language, you'll be sort of in sync with the largest population country in the world. So when it comes to stuff like that, I think China is probably the best place. I'm not just talking about retirement life. I'm not just talking about getting married to a Chinese girl like I did, and living here, living there, and then retiring over here. I'm talking about, I know people that go to university here. I know teachers here. I know people that have lived here for 20 plus years, from all over the world, from Australia, from England, from Sweden, from Denmark, and Mexico, and all of these different places. They all have a different reason for actually being in China. So when people are telling you what's bad about China, you have to understand where they're coming from. You have to understand their background, what they understand about China, their experiences in China, whether they've had a good experience or a bad experience. It's no different than somebody going to the United States as an immigrant, ending up in the wrong area of, say, Chicago, Illinois, and a family member being shot and killed. It's no different than somebody ending up in a traffic accident on the highways of China, because they still haven't got up to a standard where it's as safe as a place like Canada. If you're driving down the street on an e-bike and you're not watching your ass in China, you're basically you're going to run into problems sooner or later. If you're driving down the street in Canada, people actually go by the rules of the road, because if you don't, you're going to get your ass fined big time. Here, it's all, the cops will stop you in Canada. The cops will stop. That's another thing. If you are afraid of police, China's a place for you. I've always been the type of person that if a policeman stops me, I see those freaking blinkers behind me, and that happens to all of us every once in a while. If that freaks you out, then China is a place for you, just for the fact that they don't do that here. They got cameras. If you're speeding, if you're doing something wrong on the road, they don't stop you. What they do is they text you your ticket. Yes, and I know all about that, because I have texted tickets. So the police aren't going to stop you here unless there's something really bad going on. But I have noticed lately that when you're driving e-bikes around the city, and if you don't have a helmet on, they've got check stops everywhere, and the fine is 20 RMB. That's $4 for you guys out there, and you got to write a little test on the rules of the road. Yes, I haven't got caught yet. Very close. But, so the idea that you don't have to be afraid of the police in China, and I think that's a big thing in a lot of people's minds in different places in Canada and the United States, because the police over there tend to think that they're above the law and they can do basically anything they want to you, because they're wearing a uniform, they have a gun, and they have the power of the law on their side. Here in China, it's different. The police actually help you rather than try to hurt you, which is another thing that I'm coming down on China's side during this video again, and I figured I'd try to be as objective as I possibly could. I've covered the pollution in China. I've covered the population. I've covered that. Man, it's hard. One of the things that I'd like to bring to your attention is that I am an expat. I left Canada because I figured that I would like it better in China, and I actually do like it better in China than I did in Canada. That doesn't mean that I don't like a lot of things in Canada also. I love the fishing. I love the clean air. When I get off an airplane in Canada, wow, like we're talking pristine air in Canada. The idea that we have the wilderness, and we have, we're a very polite society. We have our problems in Canada, financial, and everybody knows about the residential schools all over the news right now. We have had problems in the past, and we do have problems now, and we'll probably have problems in the future in Canada, but Canada has its good. And I've got to say that the United States has some good stuff too. There are nice places in the United States. There are good people in the United States. They do have their problems, just like anywhere else. Like Yuma, Arizona in the wintertime, when the old people get congregated in a place like Yuma, Arizona, or Lake Havasu City, or Brownsville, Texas, and everybody gets into their trailers. My God, Martha, they can raise the roof at an average of 78 or 79 years old. I know. I've been there, done it. I took Wei Fang down to Yuma when she was 45 years old, and we lived in an old folks park in Yuma, Arizona. We had nothing but fun. But you see, they have places like that. They have places where you can go gold mining. They have places that are pristine fishing and hunting and wilderness camping. They also have problems in their bigger cities where they have homeless people and whatever, and I think that they should sort of zero in on that rather than zeroing in on trying to help people across the world to compete with China. They should help people around the world, but they should look at home first. They should clean their own bedroom up before they try to clean somebody else's bedroom up. But they still have good stuff going on in the United States too. Same as Mexico. You should see the beaches of Mexico. You should, same as Thailand, same as Malaysia, same as just about any other place in the world. They have their good and their bad. So when you're looking at, is China the best place to live in the world? Absolutely not. For some people. For me, I think it is at this point in my life. Things change, people change, and someday I'll want to settle down and I'll want that mundane, no frills life, and then I'll probably move back to Canada. And everybody say, "Oh, you just abandoned China, man." Well, yeah, I will, because I'm a Canadian, and I'll always be a Canadian, and it's sort of instilled in my blood. I want to go walleye fishing. I want to go shoot a deer and hang it in my garage, like all true blood Canadians, while I'm sucking on an ice cold kokanee beer, and that's what we do. So anyway, for all you people out there that think that your place is the best place to live, maybe you're right. Maybe your country is the best place for you, but maybe China is the best place for a lot of people. Maybe Indonesia is the best place for a lot of people. Maybe Pakistan is the best place for a lot of people. It all depends on who you are, what you're thinking, where you are in your life. Who are your relatives? Who are your friends? Who are your family? All of these different things make a difference to what is important to you at this particular point in your life. So if you're out there and you're sort of bad-mouthing an area around the world, which I say I have been guilty of doing in the past and probably will be in the future. It's the beer. It's the Chinese beer. It makes you angry. No, it's not. It's just my mentality. Sometimes I have good days and sometimes I have bad days. But the idea is that you have to look at your particular situation and make your own decisions on that. Anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60. Not really a rant today, more of a Zen day. Why? Anyway, that's another video from Gweilo 60. If you like this video, as always, like, comment, subscribe. Push that share button. Thanks for watching. From beautiful Nanning City, Guangxi Autonomous Region. Have a good day. Oh, and never forget to put a couple bucks in the children's Patreon account. It's for a good cause. Thanks for watching. Bye now. When you have bad people out there telling you bad things, then you probably will respond in a bad way. Makes sense. I know I do. It's one of those things. So when you see this stuff on the internet and you're thinking, I'm going to respond in a bad way, remember where it's coming from. Remember the mentality of that person out there, and maybe respond in a positive way. See if it makes a difference.